What's up, guys? Squat plug, episode 5.
Yeah.
I guess. It doesn't matter. We're post-Sheffield right now.
We just finished watching the Sheffield.
Yes. And we're all a little bit tired, but we want to do a recap.
Since we're all here together.
Since we're all here together.
Get the most out of it, right?
Exactly.
So, what you meet? I want to say all my expectations went out the fucking window. Everything I anticipated happening there was entirely upended. Wow, like fucking turnaround.
Literally nothing happened that I thought was going to happen at all.
Like Taylor Atwood taking first place did not happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew Jesus is.
I think we all knew Jesus was. Yeah.
Expect Jesus to like destroy
I was afraid his inconsistencies would rear ugly heads again. You know. Like,
but he went 9 for 9.
But no, he went 9 for 9. Had a perfect
Ylli was even on open powerlifting. Like, there's no way. There's no way.
No, but he's known for missing deadlifts on grips. So
I know.
I was expecting him to not go 9 for 9 as well, especially like on his last deadlift. No. Even though he tried to take away from him, and like there was a shit ton of like weird calls today.
Yeah, there were.
But it was.
I mean, he had an amazing performance. Jesus.
He was great.
That was, 1,000-pound squat, 600-pound bench, 900 plus whatever he hit on deadlift. Like that's insane.
Yeah, no, he had a perfect meet. I mean, dude just absolutely demolished things today. You know, looking at just like what he did, and you know, like looking at the numbers going in, we assumed. I think everybody assumed it was going to be Taylor Atwood, who's a shoo-in for number 1. I don't think anybody.
I can't even believe he didn't place top 3.
Bro, it was wild.
He placed 5th.
5th, right?
5th
place. You know.
I mean, at least top 5.
You know,
so I guess. You know? But it was really unexpected.
Oh, guess.
So look at the numbers. Even conservative estimates, I think, put him at winning and by a long shot. You know, and still to see that happening, it's a testament to the fact that he's. I don't want to say training age because there's nothing to support that, but his injuries definitely, I guess, like came out to the foray, and they basically held him back over here. You know, he was
for sure.
Beat up his squats, even bench press, even deadlifts, bro.
Everything took a hit today.
Yeah. Like everything was really squished down. And it wasn't just him. I want to say for most of the men, the same thing took place. I don't think anybody, barring I guess like Jesus Olivares, had like a phenomenal. Jesus Olivares and Jonathan Keiko had phenomenal days today.
I think Gavin had a good day as well.
He had a decent day, but I don't know.
The third squat he missed is like
he did.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how you feel about that squat.
It was high. It was 100% high. And
I don't know.
I think honestly it was like a petty move.
But why?
but at the same time, like for world record. You know, let's just say you're in contention for it and whatnot.
How dare you?
Well, not you. How dare you? But next year you have to like.
But you see now, Keiko won second place because of this.
No, for sure.
If Gavin had gotten that squat, he would have won third.
Yep.
Yes, so that might be why they contested it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who contested it.
Probably the flex team.
I probably say the flex team. You know, Tino Tornado, or one of those individuals, whatnot. But you know, like I didn't anticipate that happening. However, though, it does make sense. It is a bit of a petty move and whatnot, but this is how it is. You know, you're out there to win. You're not out there to just.
Yeah, you're not out there to be friends. I mean,
Yeah.
His deadlift performance was actually monstrous. I didn't expect that to be as good as it
was.
Was. So he put the shit out of it. Whatever John Song is doing, whatnot for deadlifts is working. I think out of all the 3 lifts, the one thing that John Song really does a good job of driving forward is deadlifts and lifters. As testament, as proven by his own performance in that lift. Out of his 3 lifts, by far, his deadlifts are the best lifter. And the vast majority of lifters, how they perform best is on the deadlifts.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what he's known for.
What do you bench today?
474?
474.
Yes, 474.
No, Keiko.
Oh, Keiko. Damn. They bench 239 kilos.
239 kilos.
Isn't that who you were talking about?
No, he's talking about Gavin.
We're talking about Gavin.
Oh, yeah.
And John Song is his coach. You know, so that's what we're talking about there.
Isn't it weird how Gavin was being handled by his old coach?
Yeah, I don't know what to make of it, to be honest. It's pretty weird, but
I don't really know much about
it. Must have ended it amicably, and also John Song does coach people who are in the USAPL and people who are.
So he was not allowed to be there.
You know, whatever. But I don't know. I mean, not trying to get the guy into trouble here. You know.
No, but his deadlifts look really good.
Out of all 3 lifts, definitely the most robust were his deadlifts. I think he overshot his squats, as testament by the fact that he missed.
Undershot his deadlifts a little bit.
Undershot his deadlifts. He had maybe another 10 kg there. Looking at Jonathan Keiko, He didn't leave a single pound on the platform today. You can
No.
squat, bench, and deadlift. Everything was exactly where it needed to be. Solid attempts all around.
He went like perfect. Like I want to say he left probably like 5 kilos on his bench, but his squats and deadlifts were like perfect attempts. And he's really well known for that though. Like he's well known for like choosing great perfect attempts like on meet day.
And delivering.
Yeah.
Executing, you know?
Yeah.
Did a great job.
He had a great performance as well.
Redeemed himself what happened at Worlds. That's for damn sure. You know, he fucking killed it today.
I mean, technically, right now he's the best 93 kilo in the world again.
Yes, he is. I would love to have seen what would happen if Chance Mitchell was there. I'm not sure why he pulled out. I don't know whether there's an injury, whether there's like political stuff, whatnot, whatever the case happens to be. Because, as we know, the person who typically handles Chance at these IPF meets is Matt Gary. Matt Gary was banned from the IPF.
Yep.
You know, he was suspended, should I say?
Yeah.
He hates being called banned.
Yeah.
But he was suspended, and I think I don't know. Maybe that colored to an extent. I've heard nothing but rumors, nothing substantiated as to why Chance Mitchell pulled out. But I would have loved to have seen him in peak form going up against these guys. I think things would have turned out a little bit differently today had he been there.
Yeah, I think so too. He would have pushed everybody a little more.
Oh, of course.
He would have seen a different battle.
yeah.
He would have seen a different battle.
Yeah.
Especially him being the last puller on the meet.
Yeah.
He could literally just load whatever he wanted to. He had to like win.
Of course, it would have been him and Jesus today.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, for sure.
That's pretty fucking wild when you think about it.
Like
I think
Chance
so.
could literally probably load what he needed to load to just beat Jesus.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's whatever.
Speaking of Jesus, he had a monstrous day. That was actually phenomenal. That last deadlift, he left a lot in the tank there. Squats were exactly where he needed to be. I think maybe he could have done a little bit more, perhaps.
You say he left a lot in the tank on deadlifts, but he actually got 2 red lights.
Yeah, but
The whole officiating today was like horrible,
horrendous.
really
I mean, I
bad
thought
calls.
his deadlift, like, I thought he was going to get 3 whites.
I thought so
Yeah.
too. It looked clean to me. You know, I couldn't like. I mean, he pulled through, but he's a big dude.
Yeah.
he's got big legs, so he's going to round that corner. You know what I mean? That's not hitching. You know, like, and these judges, I don't think they're capable of understanding the difference there.
You know what's the worst part? That they were not calling. They were white lighting high squats, and then red lighting for bench depth.
Yeah, and
which is the weirdest.
The funniest thing, it wasn't the center judge red lighting bench depth.
It was the side judges,
which is the angle at which bench depth is most prominent, most visible. Instead, it was these side judges. Have you ever tried
specifically the left one
benching from the side?
I couldn't see where they were sitting,
You know,
so
it's like a little bit of a core term, but even then,
they were like basically on the.
it looked like they were like a little forward.
Yes.
When I did see
Yeah.
where they were sitting, but they could have moved for. They really didn't show.
I don't think
they
they
really didn't show where they were sitting until like deadlifts at the end.
question is, if you miss bench step like that, and you can see it on the side because of how egregious it is, how are you not getting a red light in the center?
No, I totally agree with you.
You know, and that was happening over and over again.
And at the Powerlifting American Nationals, it was only the middle judge that was red lighting people for depth.
Yeah, I think-
and now the middle judge was the only one that didn't give a single red light on depth.
I think
It's so weird.
I
And
think,
how do they agree on who judges bench depth?
No idea.
Like, is it like the center judge is
has to
like,
be the center.
I'm going to take the bench depth, like you guys look for
Yeah, but it has
this?
to be
I
the
know
center.
that they're kind of looking for everything, but
But the thing is, like, they're looking for the shoulder for like their what's the rule? The elbow has to be lower than the top of the shoulder.
Yeah.
the question
But
is,
you
where's
cannot see the top of the shoulder
shoulder?
from this position that the side judges are, because they're behind the lifter. They're in front of him actually.
So,
no, I get what you're
As a
saying.
side judge, you're looking at 4 different things here now because it's IPF here. You're looking to see if they hit elbow depth, right? You're looking to see if the butt's coming off the mat.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking to see if the feet are flat, and you're looking to see if the head's coming off the mat.
Correct.
How are you doing all 4 at the same time as a side judge?
I mean, you can't.
You can't. You know. So again, proves just how boneheaded a rule this is. You know, there's certain things I think when it comes down to it should be things that are advantageous to lifting. So if you're going to add the elbow depth to this, then you have to remove something else. How about you get rid of something like the head off the mat? How about you get rid of something like the
I think
foot
that's
position?
fair.
You know, and now you're looking at only 2 different things. Looking at 4 different things as one referee.
I think the heel rule is kind of dumb.
So of
You
course,
could probably get rid of that because you got to keep the butt down.
on
You
the other
can't
things-
because if you take the butt rule away,
no, I
then
know,
you'll
but
see
there
some
is an
egregious shit.
there is an advantage there. So the thing here basically comes down to the fact that you're going to see a whole lot of overruled what we call calls because you have 4 different things you're looking at, and it makes it that much easier for you as a lifter to overrule the rulings because of what's taking place there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, like, I mean, how well can they support against their findings? You know, if they're looking at so many different things at the same time. So what happened today is we had the overruling take place with Gavin and so on and so forth. You know, it's one of those things. You know, and not because of that, but whatever. You know, just I don't know. I mean, I think the rule itself is very poorly thought out. It's very tough to execute hitting, judging the elbow depth the way you should be and whatnot, and it works against like I don't know like just like the whole like aspect of officiating.
And the thing was that when the rule was like first implemented, right? When they were like talking about it, like about implementing it, they were saying that only 5% of the lifters would be affected by it, right? I feel like a lot of lifters today had to either adjust their bench, or actually like they just got red ladder.
Because there were actually people
so I want to say
on elbow depth.
Instead of 5% that like they were saying, it was more like 30-40% of the lifters because they literally had to adjust. Even the lifters that didn't get red lighted, they didn't get lighted because they changed their technique. They didn't, but like if you have to think about it, there was a lot more lifters than IPF was thinking.
No, there was a bunch of lifters affected today, today, and like none of them had really big arches or extreme short ranges of motion. They had pretty just normal kind of benches.
No, I think this rule is like a disadvantages people who already have short limbs and they cannot deadlift a lot. Right now, people who have like big deadlifts already have an advantage with their long arms, right?
Now they have an advantage with the elbow depth a little bit.
So they have another advantage, like because like for somebody with shorter arms, like they're waiting.
They might bench more.
They're literally waiting for a bench to like catch up to like their.
And now, and now that takes that advantage away from them.
I don't know how to feel about that, but hey, that's the rules right now.
How's your elbow depth?
I think it's pretty close. I think if I ever had to adjust, I could probably adjust.
Fair enough.
But for now, we're UCPL boys, so it doesn't really matter. So how about the women today? The women really good performances all around. I think it was like 8 or 9 of them had beat the current world record totals. Like,
there was a lot of records broken amongst the women.
Yeah.
Another upset was Jessica Bittner.
Yes. That was a.
I mean, I know that she said she didn't really have a good chance of maybe even placing top 3, but she really wanted that deadlift record.
And she missed it just at the sticking point.
It was 8 out of the 12 women today actually broke world records.
Yeah.
World record totals.
Totals.
That's wild.
And the 52s were at the top. The two 52s.
Yeah, I know.
Evie, she did. Yeah. She had a phenomenal day.
Yeah,
it was. And Noemi.
Yeah,
dude, amazing. Out of the woodwork. You know,
they were going neck and neck until the last pull. That was incredible.
That was wild. The women today really had beastly performances. I was thoroughly impressed by what I saw happening there.
Yeah,
the competition between the two 52 kgs was pretty exciting today.
Amanda Lawrence did really well.
Oh yeah, she did incredible as well. She went 9 for 9, right?
I think so. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Amanda Lawrence did go 9 for 9.
She was one of actually
almost missed her last deadlift
because we were watching the board. She was one of only I think 4 women that went green across the board 9 for 9.
Yes. And you know what's the crazy part? I was thinking about it. If you look at it dots wise or like IPF points wise, Amanda Lawrence had the best IPF points out of all lifters, but she got 4th place.
Yeah, I know.
No, 3rd, or actually 3rd.
Jay Jacob, she had a pretty, I would say, not the best day of execution, but she ended up taking 3rd place. Despite everything said and done, she went 6 for 9 and ended up 3rd place with 101%.
Wow. Well, what kind of sucks about with Amanda Lawrence is that those low, like the 69s and the 76s, are fucking stacked. So she has to go up against all those girls, and there's really nobody else like in her. I mean, in her own weight class when she's competing in an open, But today she had to go up against a lot of good competitors. But she fucking kicked ass, anyways.
Ended up in 4th place ultimately.
Yeah.
Bonica Brown also had a great day today. She went 9 for 9 as well. Ended up taking 5th place and broke a world record total as well. And I think didn't she also have like a broken world record?
I think she hit the world record squat.
Yeah, as well.
Yeah, she had the squat and the total. So that was a really good day for her.
Change coming her way.
Yeah.
What did she squat today?
Today she squatted 280 kg.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You want to talk about
it's over 600.
Joy Namani, that she was at the meet with her lollipop and her book.
Oh, Lord.
That was an interesting one. I don't know.
What to think of that.
That was an interesting performance.
I've never seen that before.
She did really. She went 8 for 9 though. She almost got her last deadlift as well. So I guess it works for her, but me personally,
she hit a deadlift record, right?
Yes, she did. She hit the record once, and then she tried to beat it again. And
on the 3rd, she missed. Yeah. So she hit the record on the second, right?
Yep. She was 230.5 to 234. She missed 234. Other records broken with deadlifts were Jay Jacob at 231.
Jakob.
Yep. We're looking at Priscilla Beauvoir, tried 234.5.
Yeah, she missed it right at the lockout. It was like on her knees. Yeah, that was a good grinder as well.
She went 8 for 9, right?
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Noemi Alabel tried 203, and they're feeling that as well. It was quite a day today, man.
Yeah, the women killed it today.
Yeah, they did.
But yeah,
Amanda Lawrence, 2 world records in a row, 261 to 268.5. You know, it was.
At one point, she loaded 280. I think she was trying to.
Yeah, she was trying to get someone to jump.
Yeah, but they didn't fall for it. They knew that.
Chandler Babb had a very rough day today.
Oh yeah, she went 4 for 9.
She
went 4 for 9.
4 for 9. That was, I want to say, one of the roughest performances.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I think she should have bombed out. Not because I'm hating on her or anything, but her first squat was high.
Mateo's such a hater.
It was clearly high, and she just passed 2 to 1, and then after that she didn't get a single squat.
Yeah, all 3 squats were high.
Yeah.
So I think it was in the cards there. Who else was surprising? Surprised us today was Agana Sitko.
Yeah, she only
record for bench press, but after missing both first attempts.
Same with
146. I remember seeing it. Yeah.
Oh man, it's same thing for Eddie. That was wild.
Yeah.
Eddie Berglund.
So that was really weird because he literally,
what was going on there?
He straight up just missed the first one.
I've never seen such a horrible misgroove ever. He came down and then
what the hell was that all about?
Bro, I don't even know, man.
Yeah.
He just
I wonder if he hit the J hook maybe on the way down.
No, he was coming down. He was loading it in. It looked like he was tucking in and trying to widen out his elbows at the same time. And as you widen out,
it was weird. The bar dumped forward.
All of a sudden, his wrist came down and the bar came down with him. And he tried to shoulder raise it off his chest. So I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, that wasn't going nowhere. And then it just went forward even more.
I'm surprised he recovered, man.
Yeah. And then he missed it again on the second.
Yeah.
Same weight, and then he came back, finally hit it on his third. He smoked it too.
He smoked it on a second attempt as well, but he totally jumped.
It was buddy, did you forget how to bench?
What happened, bro?
He still lost it at the lockout, and that's why he had to rack it back because he
totally discombobulated.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before, particularly such a high lifter.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah, but that was a hell of a meet.
Yeah, man.
What were the payouts?
Really good. I think.
Pull that up.
Let me see. I'm pretty sure that Jesus won 35,000 pounds. British pounds.
Ylli just shrugged.
British pounds. But let's see.
They give him rogue pound plates. He won 35,000 pounds.
I don't think you can find the payouts, but yeah, I don't.
I thought, where were you getting that from? Were you just making those numbers?
No,
up?
I was looking at the Powerlifting America page, and they showed only for the American list is what they got.
Oh, okay.
But that was a really good payouts. Honestly, I think that IPF is stepping up their game, and they're really.
I know they gave out a total of $483,000 pounds.
Let's examine that statement there. Is the IPF leveling up its game, or is SBD just paying out more?
It is, but the thing is that,
you had 3 years.
Probably SBD. To be honest, probably has nothing to do with the IPF.
The thing was that the USAPL has not, they were really promising when they came out with that whole pro series idea, but they're not delivering. They're really not delivering.
It's inconsistencies. They're doing 18 things at the same time and doing them all piss poor, bro. How do you start the whole pro series and you tell people if you don't attend 3 of these meets and whatnot, you drop from a series, and you're pressuring people, in other words, to compete at these meets, because apparently it's important to compete at these meets, and then the pro series final takes place in your world, and you get for winning the pro series final, the pro series final. We're talking about 1, 2, and the third meet, right? You get jack shit. From the Arnold itself as a pro, or Arnold's pro, which is taking place concurrently at the same time, whatnot, you get a cash prize for that. But for being number 1 at all 3 meets, or averaging out at first place between all 3 meets, you get jack shit.
I think that would have been cooler if they gave him something.
But the whole thing is then why do you have a leaderboard in the first place if you're not gonna give money to the winner?
Yeah, that kind of made zero sense
on the leaderboard.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
Why would you even track those metrics in that case?
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
Nothing.
It was
just to as like a marketing tool of some
guess.
of
I guess
some
they decided
kind.
to do it, and they decided like it was like basically stillborn. They came out and I guess we're not going.
I guess we're not going to use that. Yeah,
but
that's
now
pretty much how that went.
But now they're also doing the international thing, and while doing the international thing, they've yet to have an international meet. The caliber of I guess the USAPL Nationals. Where's their USAPL Worlds?
USAPL Worlds. Do
know what I mean?
you hear how it sounds?
It doesn't sound idiotic. and not to bash the idea. I want the USAPL to do something at an international level because I feel that maybe it's about time the IPF got supplanted and replaced with a better overall federation that doesn't do bonehead shit the IPF does, as evidenced by what happened in South Korea.
Yeah. Oh my God,
dude. Amongst other instances, this is just ridiculous. So I'd like to see him do it, but USAPL Worlds, United States of America Powerlifting Worlds. Sounds kind of ridiculous.
Sounds very American to me.
Exactly.
Yeah. Sounds like those movies that like there's always like, you know that meme that goes like when there's a movie and like there's a world threat, the world, and it's just like the American like. It's like literally like all the bad things happen to America, like all the alien attacks, like in movies and stuff, always happen in America. No other countries.
Never
Think about
anywhere
it,
else.
The most important cities in America: Skokie, Illinois, Washington D.C.
But yeah, I don't know. I do think that USAPL needs to step their game up if they want to be able to compete. And also, I think they should get some actual sponsorships, as opposed to actually paying lifters out of with the money they make from memberships.
There are ways to do it and whatnot, but now what takes place is basically who are you getting the sponsorships from? How do you get that? How do you get that money there? How do you get people on board the idea that the USAPL Worlds is a thing and that they shouldn't put money in the pockets of IPF instead? More exposure and so on and so forth. It's a system which is already in place.
I don't think they should start doing Worlds. I think they should keep that pro concept that they have.
Honestly, I agree. I think Worlds right now is something that I'd love to see happen for the USAPL.
But they don't have enough affiliates. They don't have enough affiliates, first of all.
I think if you hype up USAPL Pro to the level it should get to,
people are going to want
people internationally coming to the USAPL to compete.
Exactly.
I think, that's probably more reasonable.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, if they start giving out more money.
Well, because there's already there's like 8 countries or something.
Yeah, like it's not even it's like
Korea, Australia, Germany,
China,
UK,
Hong Kong. It's really not a lot of countries in that federation.
Yeah, but maybe you have some people come out of those countries that can, give the top people a run for their money. I don't fucking know how many people
the
there
only
are.
person I know from all these countries is the
I
Korean,
saw, dude, you see
guy.
Random dudes doing crazy
I
shit
know,
in commercial gyms.
But all these
there's
people,
dudes out there that
all these countries already have IPF affiliated federations, so why not just go to their IPF affiliate and go to UCPL, Germany?
Because it's already established for these places.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is that the only big lifter I've seen from those affiliates is like the Korean guy, and the only reason for that I think is because Keenan Lee, and the only reason for that is because up until like a few months ago they didn't even have an IPF affiliate, so that's the only reason that Keenan Lee.
No, they've had the IPF.
Did they?
Korea's had it for a good long while.
Really?
Yeah, like if you listen to the whole thing that's taking place with Train True, and what they've been going through, they've been around for a good long while. So the fact that they call themselves IPF Korea and whatnot is actually illegal, according to the IPF. You can't call yourself IPF Korea because you can't call yourself IPF. There's one IPF. You can call yourself Powerlifting Korea. Train True went at length and described this entire thing and whatnot. Dude, misstep after misstep by that federation. But now the other issue, we're looking at basically having a USAPL open up internationally, is that these federations or federation branches being established for many countries. It's not like the U.S. was privatized, right? Here's USAPL, USPA, do whatever it is you want. You got to some of these smaller countries, the government's involved. You try overriding what their edicts and stuff like that, you're gonna have quite a bit of an adversary there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Bulgaria and whatnot, the Bulgarian government, Ministry of Sport, is financing your IPF affiliate branch there, and now all of a sudden there's some USAPL upstart who's not giving you the kickbacks that these guys are. Guess what? Fat chance of fucking doing anything. Whatever issues you have and whatnot, they will curb stomp. So these are the issues the other places are dealing with, and why I think USAPL's outlook, if they proceed this way, is kind of grim. Because they will be driven by the system that's actually in place right now, to which we'll call it, lifters will be driven to go into the IPF as opposed to USAPL long term, unless the USAPL delivers a product that's better than anybody else's and has the hype that's there, has the money that's there.
I mean, I think they should keep building out the Pro Series.
Exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
That's all the best thing they can do right now, because that way they don't really need to have federations in different countries. need to promote their product enough to have people from
But
other
they
countries.
could, but that kind
They
of
can just literally just take a flight to the U.S. and do a pro meet.
Precisely.
You can have somebody. You can have French lifter, for example, just take a flight and decide to do like a USAPL meet.
If you could start a career in powerlifting in America, right? Would you not fly to America as somebody, I guess, like from a third world country, wherever the case is in the world?
yeah,
You
for
would.
sure.
Isn't that what happens like right now with IFBB?
More or less.
Is that what happens with bodybuilding?
I don't fucking know.
You do like the Olympia?
Essentially, like with
Technically,
I
they
mean,
always-
you have people from all over the
dream
world
is-
come here and play
the-
other sports.
Yeah.
What typically
So
happens with bodybuilding is that people go to the UAE, right? Because that's where the money's at. Not because UAE in itself is, I guess, like, like I want to say the mecca of bodybuilding per se. But
I don't
that's
know
the money and the
anything
clout
about
and all that stuff.
bodybuilding.
When you look at that's basically what's happening. That's where everybody goes to who's made it now in bodybuilding. It's become, I guess, like the new, I guess, like a fucking Venice Beach, like a
fair enough.
California.
Yeah.
New Gold's Gym, thing. So that's where it's at. That's where money and clout's at. If the USAPL did that, if you deliver a good product, they will come.
Yeah, no, I totally
Let's say,
agree.
IPF World Championships, it's fantastic, but I'm getting $50,000 if I won first place in the USAPL.
No, I totally agree
You know
with
what I
you.
mean?
Yep.
We have those kind of cash prizes. We have regular meets enough. If the hype is here and the money is there, and if you could basically eke out a craft and a living and so on and so forth for yourself in the USAPL.
And they could get some money from SBD and A7 and
Not SPD, but A7 probably.
A7.
Since SBD is not going to. IAPF is not going to allow SBD to sponsor USAPL, but
I
probably
guess you're
A7.
right. But A7
A7
would.
would, yeah, and they're pretty big as well.
A7 makes money. They do.
They're pretty big.
Pioneer's big as well.
Or
Yeah,
Pioneer would
exactly.
probably, yeah.
Like they already sponsor all these untested meets. Why not sponsor?
Better yet, how about we reach out to other bigger companies and find a way to do so to get Nike and Reebok and these other guys on board?
I mean, think about it. Why is Reebok sponsoring the CrossFit Games? How did they get them to sponsor the CrossFit Games?
Oh,
why
true.
can't Powerlifting find somebody like that?
I know.
True.
I don't know.
So
Think about it.
I think maybe it just comes down to it's more.
They make the legacy lifters.
Yeah.
They're
But it comes down to the packaging. So you turn on USAPL meet, right? Look at the production, nationals, and so on and so forth. Look at how many people you have lifting, all that kind of stuff taking place, and it becomes kind of tedious for many of these people. With CrossFit, you have something which basically is watchable. You got to find a way to make powerlifting sexy when it's on TV.
Speaking
Yeah.
of production, we were at the
master
New York State Championship the other day, right?
Yeah, so you talk about that.
No, like I want to say
Oh, we don't know. Like New York State Championships.
It was good. It was good.
That was phenomenal.
It was really
What
good.
Marshall's been doing. Holy shit!
and the live stream was
Insane.
amazing.
And Marshall again. It was
Yes.
Marshall and Jan Dario apparently who were working together, like in hand in hand, to make it as good as it was. I got a chance to watch the live stream, bro. Every time you
incredible.
press pause, you had a photo. You had a photo screenshot, which is like legitimately Instagram, like postable. That's
Yeah.
how crisp the quality was.
And like the
I've never
replays
seen
and
that
all
before.
that
It's
stuff
great.
were like
These are local meet.
it was like 10 times better
Jan's
than
putting on regionals too.
Yeah.
So that'll be-
and I hope Marshall's out there to help him out.
it was
because Marshall's
10 times
production,
better.
bro.
It was 10 times better than the Nationals primetime meet. Like the whole production was
was.
like so much better.
Yes, it
Like-
was. And I hope it's these two guys, or at the very least Marshall, who's running the operation over there. Because if it's them, this is how we're going to get those big bucks. This is how we're going to get Nike and these guys
Yeah.
on board. Because it was done so well. The imagery was crisp. The transitions were phenomenal. The background
wanted
music
to
and
watch the
everything.
meet.
You wanted to watch
And
the
it was
meet.
like we were watching like let's say like
Nike sponsors weightlifting.
They do, but also weightlifting basically is structured. They know what they're doing. They know how to present it like a sexy product.
I mean,
Powerlifting is not there yet. If we get to that point, we will be able to do it.
But
And
this
we need to make it look like, like you turn on TV, like and it's something, oh shit, this is on ESPN. It looks like it belongs there. Up until USAPL's the New York States, I haven't seen anything like that.
actually, Worlds was the closest one. You know why? Because they're really punctual with their like attempts, like the times.
What's
They're
that?
done. The IPF Worlds, they're done within like 2.5 hours.
True, but you're also looking at the video quality itself. Nobody compares to what I saw with Marshall's meet.
I mean, IPF Worlds is better. That's crazy. I actually came across one day IPF equipped Worlds on TV, and the quality was amazing.
IPF World was getting roasted for its production.
I know, but but if you saw that, also the Sheffield meet was really well ran. Besides, like there was a few like
the technical issues, the spotters, and all that kind of stuff taking place.
but the video, like the production itself, it was pretty good. If you exclude like the missed replay on Gavin's squad, but
because
like
he missed depth.
yeah, but like I really liked the production this one. It was like actually pretty enjoyable in my opinion. I don't know how you feel.
I thought it was
Speaking of
great.
which, what did you guys think about that though?
What?
They played all these replays, and when Gavin's
That was kind of lame.
I
mean, they didn't play every single replay. They did that a few times. Like once they did it with Gavin,
yes, after
I
they did
started to
Gavin,
notice
yeah.
it more.
But in the beginning, they got every single replay. Every single squat up until Gavin's squat.
Yes.
They played every single replay, and after that they started like missing replays. I don't know if it was on purpose.
I don't know.
Or if it was like a mistake, but sure. I don't know.
So that is what took place. And coincidentally enough, he also squatted high there. There are different things that could have taken place. Maybe I guess the people who challenged it wanted to see the video and use it, I guess, to further the case, whatever it was. Or maybe I guess the people who recorded also thought that maybe he was high and it was going to be overturned. But I think it would have been better off for everybody to see that from a side angle, to for their own eyes, to see that it was indeed high. And I think,
or maybe it was depth and we were wrong. Like you don't know. Of course. But if you don't show the video, I'm gonna assume that you're hiding something.
Exactly. It was a bit sus. So I don't know. And I think again, the way I guess we go about correcting the situation is by drawing in more hype, drawing in more sponsors through that hype and whatnot, and then growing the sport, making it something where people basically say, "Holy shit, I've got to come to America to compete at this."
I agree.
The World Championship here is nice, but that's better.
I think powerlifting is sort of doing that in general right now. It's more people are getting involved. More people are seeing it's like cool to do. So like, I think as long as they keep building out the pro series, they keep giving bigger and bigger cash prizes. You're gonna see find some. Yeah, that's definitely something that they're gonna need to do. But yeah, as long as they keep kind of going in the right direction, I see the sport growing exponentially.
Well, I do too. I just like to see it grow, like in behalf of the lifters, as opposed to growing in behalf of the IPF and how it's currently geared up.
Yeah, that's fair.
Gaston and these guys clearly don't really care about the lifters. They care about themselves. They care about whatever their weird ideas happen to be, as evidenced by the weird bench rule, by evidenced by what's taking place currently in IPF Korea, by what's evidenced by what took place between the IPF and the USAPL.
Mm-hmm.
A whole lot of that stuff is very bad faith. It's a whole lot of fucking jockeying for power and that kind of stuff. And I think it's unacceptable.
Agree.
It shows, I guess, like a very poor judgment on behalf of the leadership there. And I think they deserve to run a successful federation. So I don't know, man. I would like to see the USAPL do better. I mean, I have my differences with the USAPL as well, but it's night and day right now. Like USAPL is the better organization, is the I want to say the more ethically, untroubled organization out of the two.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair take, man.
But I'm looking forward to, I guess, the next Sheffield. I think it'll be we're seeing it here on the screen saying Sheffield will return Sheffield 2024. But I'm wondering, is it good to have it every year?
I think it would be better if it was every other year. No, I don't think every 3 years would be good. I think it would be a little too much. But I think every other year would be.
I mean, I think it would be cool to do it like every 3 or 4 years. No, you get to build some hype. You get to build. You get to see new people come and go.
That's a long time. I think 2 years. Because part of the thing is it's a sport that you do like a few meets a year, right?
So yeah, but now you're going to have to add Sheffield to the already national meet, world meet. Now you're going to have to do the Sheffield too.
You can fit Sheffield.
And Norling literally did like Swedish nationals a month before, and then did
honestly, that was on him. That was on him. That was somebody else's fault.
But you have to pick one or the other,
Like, why would you do Swedish nationals over the Sheffield right before the Sheffield?
I'm not sure.
What is it going to benefit you for?
I also don't know. Personally, as a coach, I would have said nationals. I would have said like Sheffield's where it's at. I think nine coaches out of 10. I think.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
But I don't know. I mean, I think having it every year and whatnot diminishes it. This is the first Sheffield since COVID hit, right?
Yes,
the first Sheffield.
It's the first Sheffield period. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah,
they were planning it since before COVID, but
it's supposed to happen then. But after 3 years to generate hype and that kind of stuff, and to really blow it up, it's kind of like powerlifting's Olympics. And Olympics happen once every 4 years, correct? Maybe we should do that way as well. Like grow it.
Actually, also that way people could possibly like go to USCPL 1 year, then come back to the IPF, do Worlds, and be eligible for the Sheffield for the next year. If you do it the way that you're saying, like every 3 years, if somebody wants to change their federation for like a year, try it out, then come back. But I don't think the IPF wants that.
I think they would preclude it. They would say you would have to be in the IPF competing there exclusively for best. I can see it.
Yeah,
it's
probably.
It's little dick
I
energy
don't know.
fucking
Yeah,
politics.
probably. They will change the rules again.
They'll do some stupid shit per usual.
Yeah.
Oh, but Article 14 also means that it doesn't.
No, it's gonna go Article 14.
Listen, Gaston.
Point 1, point 2. Like they're gonna go like. They're gonna make different subdivisions of Article 14 just so they can include.
I know. So lifters. Stipulations. You know, just like seeing Joey Flex today at the
Oh
at
my
the Sheffield
God,
crowd.
that was
You know,
so
and,
funny.
like Amanda daps her up with him, and lo and behold, there he is. Like, you're not coaching, but you're coaching. You know,
he was literally in the first row. At that point, I don't think they should allow coaches to be in the venue. If you want to do it that way, you shouldn't allow the coach to be in the venue.
It's also 2023, right? We have all this kind of technology, that kind of shit. Who's to say you don't have earbuds on your phone? You're coaching in the back, giving you like the shots and shit.
But that's how you do. That's what they did. That's probably what they did.
Probably what they did. And I would do the same thing. You know, so why enact this boneheaded fucking measure? You know, it's unenforceable. It's just so stupid.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Come on, dude. You know,
yeah,
it's absolutely uncalled for. You know.
That looks so bad on the IPF sport because like literally they basically banned Joey Flex, but here he was like on the first row of the crowd on the Sheffield.
I know.
Like,
and my difference is, I guess, with his coaching style, like what's come to light recently, thanks to Marcellus and these guys and shit like that, and things that many coaches.
But that's besides the point.
But besides that, you know, think about how many lifters he had out there. It's the flex field, right?
5 of them. Yeah, it was his meat.
Yeah,
it was literally his meat.
Yeah, literally his
meat. Out of the 24 lifters, he had 5 of them. That's like 25%, right?
Jesus took first.
20.
Jonathan Cakewood took second.
Mm-hmm.
Delaney got fourth.
You know, Amanda Lawrence took fifth. You know, but she also did very well.
Yeah.
You know, so just think about the representation. So it just comes down to, you know, it's just such a bad faith thing. You know, just absolutely not necessary. You know, I don't get it. I mean, I think I'd like to see, I guess, them enact more reasonable policies and make exceptions for people like this. Matt Gary getting banned from the IPF makes no sense whatsoever.
I don't think they should make exceptions. I think they should just like.
Well, they did for Gavin and for Delaney when they showed up to the
not Gavin, Taylor.
Yep, was it
Taylor and Delaney?
Well, Taylor and Delaney, you know, at the at the
Olympia.
Yeah, at the Olympia. You know.
Yeah, and
technically they're not supposed to be there. You know, and they were there and they given a pass.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, they did get a pass because.
Did you know about this, Mark?
No.
So a few months ago, Delaney and Taylor Atwood went to Olympia and they did like a little expo there, like they did a little bench session and stuff, and like people started like talking about it, and they basically said that they were not supposed to be in the first place, and then I think it was
What does the Olympia have to do with either?
It's a non-IPF sanctioned event, so you're not allowed to be there technically.
Yeah, but based on Article 14, you're not supposed to.
You're lifting at a non-sanctioned.
Yes.
Non-IPF.
Oh my God!
sanctioned.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah. So technically, it shouldn't be there.
That is wild.
Even though it's bullshit, but like they shouldn't be there, and they just allowed them to be there.
According to Article 14, they were not supposed to be there. And then when confronted with this fact, because they actually confronted Delaney about this, and he went in the comments. I forget, like there was like some.
I think it was Tim Thibodeau's.
Tim Thibodeau's podcast. It wasn't them. They mentioned it. But other people, actually, it was like, you know, Sean Murray goes in there. We had Rondell Hunt in there. All these people basically started grilling him and asking him what took place. Why did you guys get the excuse to do this and whatnot? And Taylor, to his credit, didn't respond. Delaney got in and he got fucking roasted 8 different ways to Friday.
Because Delaney he would basically just say like, oh, you don't know what we talked about with the IPF, and you don't know that what we agreed on. So Rondell Hunt was like, so tell us, what did you guys talk about? He was like, oh. You don't know what we talked about.
He goes, I'm a DM you. And so he does, and then Rondell's response after he DMs, he goes, for the record, you know, I was DM'd by him, and whatever he said, shit like that, had nothing, did nothing to change my mind whatsoever, and was totally vacuous and fucking, you know, he said cryptic and so on and so forth. And he did not change my mind at all, and it should have gotten banned. So in other words, basically, he's full of shit. So he should have gotten banned, but he wasn't because he was getting a clout rescue, you know? So turning a blind eye for one person while persecuting the other. You know, another reason why the IPF, frankly, needs to stop doing this dumb shit and to get this shit.
That sounds about right, though. I mean, I guess that doesn't really surprise me.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know.
Anyways,
all right. Well,
I think we should wrap it up. We've been here for a while, for a few hours at Mark's place.
It's a good time, man.
Mateo has to do an SBD day and get some sleep.
I have to squat. He has to do SBD day.
Yeah.
But I have to go to sleep early because my coach wants me to go to bed early. He gets mad at me if I stay up and I watch his stories at 3 in the morning.
Like 3 o'clock in the morning, you're still up.
Sometimes, when I have time to sleep, that's when I do it. But yeah, so anyways, we've been here for like since I want to say 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, no,
it's 6:30 right now.
He's like, oh my God, I gotta go
spend
squat.
Whole 8 hours. We should be compensated for that, best. But anyways,
it's a full work shift.
Yeah, it is a full work shift. But yeah, it was fun though. It was really fun. I really had a good time.
Thank you for everybody the whole like 4 or 5 people that hung out with us for the day watched the Instagram live.
For bearing through all the technical issues that we dealt with.
Especially,
Oh my god, we had such a better idea in mind, so we're sorry for that.
No, it's the
first time.
I mean, it's the first time doing it. We work through these things.
We should have tested it before we actually.
We should have, yeah.
It is what it is.
But it was a last minute thing, so
yeah, that's fair.
We learned under pressure. Next time it'll be a whole lot less pressure.
Under pressure,
guys. Pleasure as always.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Peace.
Peace.
This was the best episode so far.